Welcome back, everyone. So today we're taking a look at the James Hutchinson case again. The James Hutchinson case out of Middletown, Ohio. We're getting a better picture now because of a Freedom of Information request that was filed by the Dayton Daily News, along with the Associated Press, on the day-to-day life of the trauma and life that James and his two siblings, Rachel and Noah, had to live through in this household with their mother, Britney Gosney, who has admitted to murdering James Hutchinson, along with her assistance from her fiance, James Hamilton, to dispose of James's body in the Ohio River. Because of a psychology report that has just been released from the state mental hospital, where she was sent to be evaluated to see if she was sane to be able to aid in her own defense and to stand trial, we're learning about some of the actions that took place before James was actually murdered. According to what she told the state psychologist there at the state mental hospital, Britney Gosney had looked into, on more than one occasion, of abandoning or relinquishing her parental rights to all three of the children and giving them up. Now, she ran into roadblocks there, and a lot of people had brought this up in the comment section before on the previous videos, is why didn't she just turn them over to the state? The child welfare system, the child protective services would have taken the children. And after digging into it, along with what the Dayton Daily News and Associated Press looked into, we found something that is very alarming in the state of Ohio. According to state section 2151.3576, the child safe harbor laws that are there in the state of Ohio are only good from the date of birth to the age of 30 days. On the 31st day after birth, it is a gross felony to abandon a child anywhere. A gross felony. She could have given up, before the first 30 days of life. She could have went to any hospital, any police department, any social services, department, and given up her three children. But once they became 31 days old, it became a gross felony and punishable of up to 2 years imprisonment and a $25,000 fine. But we're learning more about the life that James and his siblings, Rachel and Noah, lived as well, because of the Freedom of Information request and the papers filed with the court. On more than one occasion, besides looking into abandoning her children, Britney Gosney, along with her fiance, James Hamilton, had bound and gagged the children on more than one occasion. It wasn't just the 2 days prior to her actually physically taking the children to the Rush Run wildlife refuge park and abandoning them there. On more than one occasion before that, she had hogtied the children on the floor, linoleum floor in the dining room area, and left them there hogtied with gags in their mouths for several hours. This is very damaging for Britney Gosney, because it speaks to the ongoing physical abuse and mental abuse of each of the three children. It wasn't just a one-time thing that had happened and she maybe had mentally snapped. It shows that she had forethought, that she had been abusing these children for some time leading up to it. According to a statement that was released on the condition of anonymity from someone who works at the Rosa Parks elementary school where James was a student, that This person said that there were several people who were deeply worried about James's home environment, along with his siblings' home environment, that they had noticed on several occasions that James had come to school, dirty, disheveled, and hadn't been fed, or was, being, at least not getting the nutritional food that he should have been, receiving. This person said that they had, inquiries were made into James's home environment, but without any real, factual information, they couldn't really, intervene or do anything on James's behalf or for his siblings. But now we know that this abuse had been going on for a while. And we know also factually now that she had tied a cinder block to James before her and her fiance threw James's body into the river. Tragic, shocking, despicable. There's so many different things that flood your mind when you read about this case. All of it, 100% of this could have been avoided if somebody would just have spoken up, intervened, stuck their nose in where what didn't belong. James would still be here today. Thank you for joining me today. And you stay safe out there.